everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a video that's a little bit different for me. I was actually in the middle of wrapping gifts and I was thinking about stuff, and I stopped what I was doing because I wanted to make this video so bad. So I actually saw a video very similar to this on Louise Pentland's channel, and I stole her idea and I decided to do it for me and my husband this year. But I was thinking, if I had a child, all the things I'd do different. So this is the Christmas Eve box for kids video, but it's more like a whole day of stuff in the box. Does that make sense? So I'm going to show you, like, the first thing you're going to need is like your box. I am not using a box this year because I happened to find a bag, sort of like a basket. I just want to let you guys know this is also super cheap and on a budget. You're not going to have to buy everything on this list if you don't want to, and I'm going to tell you, if you do buy them, where to get them cheapest and what I spent for everything, just so you know. So like this, I'm using a basket this year for me and my husband only because I got it at a garage sale and it was really, really cheap. I got two of them and they were $2 each, so really cheap, and I have plans to use them afterwards, which is a great idea because if you have kids, they're not going to care about the box. So if you get them a box or a container that you can use later, that's fine because kids don't care. Next thing, this is another box. You can actually get this from the Dollar Tree. A lot of this stuff is going to be from the Dollar Tree. Sorry, mine's a little dirty because it's one I actually own and use. It just happened to be the only empty one. These are great for kids too because if you want to get them this, afterwards it can go in their bedroom for stuff, especially if they have one of those like cubby slot things. Like, it's perfect for that, and it kind of just hides all their stuff. So this is definitely a good thing to use. And if you just want to be, like, you know, falling on a budget, totally get that. You can take a box you already have and just wrap it in paper, and this one actually, see, look, I have two sizes of that container, and just use that for the box. Like, I happen to have them because I was using them for decoration in my background. So that's like the first thing. You just need a box. You can get a box anywhere. That part isn't the big deal, but you know, I'm just trying to give you like cheap alternatives if you still want to have one that you're using for something, or if you have one at your house, use that. The next thing, this is like the most important kind of thing to me. So this, my idea of it is like for a mother who is staying home, because a lot of people are lucky enough to have Christmas Eve off. If you're staying home with your family and hopefully not traveling, because this is kind of like an all-day experience box. This sounds so crazy, but the next thing I would put in it, you don't have to buy these for Christmas. Just personally, I would want to get like matching Christmas PJs for the whole family if I was doing this. If I had a kid, like, I don't have a kid. If I had a kid, this is what I would do. But even if you have like Christmas pajamas for them that maybe you only take out once a year, this would be a great time to use them. But I just got this set. My husband actually got me this set for Christmas. It's just like, you know, short stuff, but they're pajamas and they're kind of Christmassy themed. So I would put in the box Christmas pajamas because, first of all, I would want to spend the whole day in my pajamas. If we were just staying at home, I'd be like, okay, we're just going to put our pajamas and do all this stuff all day. So put pajamas. It can be pajamas they already have. It can be their favorite pajamas if you want. If you're, like I said, you don't have to buy all this stuff. Just kind of, if you put it in a box for a specific thing, it just seems more like magical. So pair of pajamas in the box, you're good to go. And optional, you can put a thing of socks or slippers in there as well. So you can either buy those, or if you have them, just throw them in. Next thing, this is kind of one of those pivotal things I think everybody puts in, but mine is slightly different. So I'm making mine for me and my husband this year, and he doesn't drink coffee, neither do I. But every night we have, on Christmas Eve, we always have hot chocolate. So I say get them a nice mug. This mug is from the Dollar Tree, and it's one that we bought last year. So this year I'm not buying my husband a mug. He happens to have a mug already, or we happen to have a mug. So I'm just going to put this specific Christmas-themed mug in the bucket. And if you're like us, which every Christmas Eve we always go look at Christmas lights. On Christmas Eve night, we get snuggled up in our PJs, make hot cocoa, and then we go in the car in our PJs and listen to Christmas carols and drink hot chocolate while looking at all the Christmas lights. If you're doing that, you can also get to-go cups. This one is from Walmart. You get like a 5-pack for like $2 or $3. This one, however, is from the Dollar Tree. I just didn't have the lid for this one. I don't know where it is right now, so I wanted to show this one because it has the little lid. But they have 2 packs of these at the Dollar Tree, so you can also get those if you are traveling with your mugs. Especially if you're like in the car with your kids or something, you know, that's a good option. And then, like I said, not everything in here has to be purchased. These are just hot cocoa mixes I happen to have in the cabinet. If you already have hot cocoa, you're one step ahead. Just take those, put those in your cup in your bag. Ta-da, you're done. And next thing to go with the PJs, I forgot to mention this because I threw it over here. If you want to get them like a cute little like hat or like one of those like a Santa hat or like the ones that have like the Christmas trees, this happens to be the one that I own for this year. I just got this at Target for $1. I know they have tons at the Dollar Tree that you can get. They also have a bunch of really cute ones at Five Below for like $3 and stuff. So, you know, if you want to add a little extra something in there, you know, to be festive, that's a good thing to put in with their PJs. The next thing is, I'm sorry, I'm talking really fast because there's a lot to go through that I personally picked out to put in here. The next thing is a blanket. This is optional. You don't have to do this. Personally, I would do this just because, like I said, Christmas Eve night, we would gather up in our PJs with hot chocolate and go for a ride in the car. And because we live in Florida, we would blast the AC so it feels really cold like Christmas. But in other states, you probably don't have to do that because it's probably cold. So I would just put a blanket and a pillow. You don't have to buy these. You can pick like your kid's favorite blanket or like the blanket from the couch and then a pillow. You don't have to, like, you know, go out and buy these. I'm just showing some examples. This pillow right here, which says Follow La Llama, is from Five Below. It was $5. And to go with it, I actually bought the blanket that has a bunch of llamas on it. So, if I was doing it for a kid, I would try to, like, if I had the money, I would try to make, like, a theme. And to go with that, because I'm nuts, the day I bought those, I got these. These are 2 llamas from Five Below. They actually have Christmas ones if you wanted to do like a llama theme. I'm just putting it out there. They have Christmas llamas right now that actually match the pillow. And they also have socks and slippers and pajamas that all have llamas on them. So if you want to do a theme, I would definitely recommend maybe going to Five Below if you wanted to make a theme of something like that. Definitely check out stores like that if you have a Five Below. If you don't, I'm so sorry. But, you know, you can make it work if you want to. If you want to. The next thing is, like I said, this is kind of like an all-day box. So if you're with your kids all day, this can also be used on Christmas Day. If you're, like, after your presents and they're not playing with their presents, or if you're, like, waiting for something to, like, open your presents at night because you're waiting on maybe your husband or somebody to get home from work, I understand that. If you need to keep your kids busy all day, these are great ideas. Have a bunch of we'll do that next. Have a bunch of videos, like pivotal videos that you like for Christmas. You don't have to buy them. They can be ones you already own. I personally am using mostly VHSs because I really like nostalgic things, and when I was a kid, I loved putting in VHSs, so I have a VCR in my bedroom, so a lot of my Christmas movies are like in VHS form. So like I have like the Rugrats and this is Snoopy Christmas, right? Yeah, Snoopy's Christmas. There's another Snoopy one that's like, all I want for Christmas is a dog or something. That's my favorite, but I don't own it. I like 101 Dalmatians. It's not necessarily Christmassy, but it takes place in winter, and so that makes me happy. Other things, like I have this Out of the Vault Christmas like DVD of all like the Nickelodeon shows, all their Christmas episodes. That's a great thing to have. Personally, my favorite thing to watch on Christmas Eve is the animated version of The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. I go to sleep to that every night on Christmas Eve. It is my favorite. I love it. So if you have like a specific Christmas movie that you like to watch on Christmas Eve with your kids, it could be like The Polar Express, have that in there. Have like maybe a couple. They can be ones you already own. If you have Netflix, hell, you don't even have to do it. Just, you know, put on Netflix later. But have something in there for them so they know that they're doing that. Like popcorn. Again, I already had popcorn. These luckily happen to be the pop-up bowls. So, I mean, put some popcorn in there so they can have, like, popcorn. And with that, if you wanted to, I can't do it because I wrap mine, but get, like, Christmas-themed candy. Say, like, I'm just going to say, my husband's not going to watch this all the way through, but in his stocking, he has the, what are those little white mints? There's something mints. I can't think of what they're called. But they have, like, candy cane on them as well. And Junior Mints, that's what it is, like Junior Mints, and they have candy cane on them, so I put those in there. They're kind of like Christmas themed. So you could put like Junior Mints, or my favorite, Melt-Away Mints, or just like any candy to kind of go with their popcorn, like as a snack while they're watching their movie. Perfect. That's going to keep them entertained for hopefully an hour if they can sit still. Another thing I love to do, or would love to do if I had kids and if my husband was home, the truth is I would do this with him. Board games. I love board games. If you can find a good board game, like if you can find a Christmas themed board game, I have not been able to do that, but I would die for a Christmas themed board game. If anybody out there knows of any Christmas themed board games, please send me a link, because I would buy a Christmas themed board game in a second and I would kill at it. But, you know, if you don't have that, you know, get one that your kids really like. Maybe you don't always get to play because you don't have time. If you have time Christmas Eve, like, you know, pick out a game that they'd want to play. These are just, actually, these are the exact same game, just two different versions. I like this version better. This one's definitely made for kids, though. So, like, if you're going to pick these two out, I would definitely recommend this one for kids. I mean, this one's really good, but it's just, that one's easier for kids. I would definitely recommend a game. Like, set up a game. Do a game. Another thing I would definitely recommend, I don't have one, which makes me really sad that we haven't gotten one yet this year, is a gingerbread house. Put like a gingerbread house kit in there, or like little gingerbread cookies for you guys to decorate, because that's a great thing for you guys to do together. And it's just so much fun, and it'll take up time, and that'll just, I love doing like really important things like that on the holidays, so you remember them forever. To go along with that, make an ornament. There are some really easy ways to make ornaments. I'm going to tell you about this one first because it's kind of off the wall, but I think kids would like it more. Take like a favorite little toy of theirs, maybe cover it in Mod Podge, or if you want to just color in like their favorite color paint, and then stick one of those little like screw things in it that has a circle at the top, and then just tie something to it, and then you have an ornament. I would honestly say do this every year, so you have a different ornament that they made personally every year on your tree, and then maybe on the bottom with marker, write the year, and if you have multiple kids, write like whose it was on there, put their name, so you have that every year. Another way to do it, I forgot to tell you where things are from. I told you that everything from Five Below was Five Below, obviously. I'm going to tell you how much this craft costs. This craft has 3 pieces to it. There's this little ornament, which are 2 for $1 at the Dollar Tree. Also, they do circle ones that you can do, but for this specific one, I use this. The little Christmas tree inside, I actually got on sale after Christmas for, at Target. It was like less than $1 for like 6 of them. And then the little snow inside, also at the Dollar Tree. So I can make 2 of these for like $3, just saying. Just take it, you just put like the Christmas tree in there with one of those like sticky squares, or like a glue circle thing they sell at the Dollar Tree. And then you just put the stuff in there, and then you have a little Christmas tree. And on the bottom, it'd be great if you wrote, like, again, what year, who did it, so you have that on your tree all the time. Me and my husband made me these this year, and I'm actually really excited. I think I'm probably going to write, like, the year that we made them and which one's whose on there, because I think that's just really special to have. And every year you do that with your kids, you'll have more ornaments from your kids. And, God, I want a kid so bad. I want to do all this stuff with my kids. Another thing, they also sell at the Dollar Tree these baubles, these clear baubles. They have these large size, which are $1 each, but they also have ones that are about this size, and you get 2 of them for $1. And I think it's a great idea, because these are also $1 at the Dollar Tree. If you just like buy a bunch of pom-poms, put them in there. I've actually done this with 4 of these, because you get 4 different size pom-poms in these bags, and I just separated them and put them into 4 different ornaments. I think that's a really great idea to do with kids, because sorry, I'm talking so fast right now, to do with kids, because it doesn't require glue, doesn't require anything else. So if you have kids and you don't want to make a huge mess, this is a great idea, but you're still making an ornament that you can put on their tree. So that's a great idea. Another idea is to like take those, the see-through ones, put a little glue inside, or you don't even have to use glue, but put some glitter inside, and then shake them. They also look really cute. Okay, another thing, I have to like reach behind me to grab it, because I didn't think ahead for this one. I did, I just forgot to pull it out. They actually sell Christmas trees at the Dollar Tree, so if you wanted to put the little box, like the box is like, I think it's this big at the top, and then it's like really long. Put that in there. They can make their own Christmas tree for maybe like their bedroom, and then you can get like a little thing of ornaments, because they sell ornaments that are about this size at the Dollar Tree, so they can make their own Christmas tree for their bedroom if they wanted for Christmas Eve. I mean, these are just magical things I'm thinking of. I'm trying to put it out there to help everybody else. Another thing, if you have things to do, say Christmas Eve, like you have to write letters, or like Christmas cards, or you need to wrap, or you need like some alone time for a minute, try to get something that they can do on their own. Coloring books. Christmas coloring books are a great way. Also, give them a pack of cards and a crowns or a pen, and let them write their own cards to people. Like, just let them go crazy. Like this pack right here, you get 12 from the Dollar Tree. Let them pick out like a cute pack that has something cute on it. Tell them, go crazy, draw pictures for everyone. Hopefully that'll give you a little bit of time to maybe get some things done if you need to get things done. And another thing, this I actually do this every year. I'm such a little kid. Me and my husband do this every Christmas Eve. We sit together and we do the Christmas Can You See What I See and I Spy books. We collect, my husband collects I Spy books, so we do these every year. We also do the Halloween ones on Halloween and stuff, so we do these every night. Usually my husband falls asleep while we're looking at them, and I get really like irritated because I'm really into it and he's falling asleep because he's exhausted. So, but these are a great thing to do either at night before bed to get them tired, or if you just need some time alone, or you just, you know, give them something extra to do to take up some time throughout the day while you're waiting to do things. These are great to put in there, and you don't necessarily have to buy them. Like, we own them, but one of them, it's not actually from the library, but you could always go to the library, check out these books, kind of keep them away for a little while, and then when Christmas comes, put them in there, so then you don't have to buy these books. You can just, or like pick out a book from the library that you want to read that night, like the night before Christmas. If you don't own it, you don't have to buy it. Go to the library. They have tons of Christmas books, so I would definitely recommend that, especially for nighttime, like when you're trying to like get them to kind of calm down. But like, all this stuff is great ideas for Christmas. And if you're trying to make your box look a little festive, and like, obviously there's a ton of stuff in this box right now, but if you just got a couple of these items, which is still great, but you're looking for filler, I would always recommend, to make it look kind of Christmassy, this garland right here is from the Dollar Tree. You can just kind of like put it in there, and it just makes it look more Christmassy, and it makes it look fuller if you don't have as much stuff, or if you have a bigger box. So I always recommend that, and tissue paper. If you don't want to wrap these things, or if some of them are like surprises, just like put tissue paper, like wrap them in tissue paper so it's not as big of a deal, and it's just like, oh cool, we can do that. So that is, oh my god, I'm so happy I did this video. Honestly, this is pure joy on my face. I'm sure there are so many things that I wanted to tell you about that I forgot, but I think that's enough for a Christmas Eve box, don't you? I mean, this video is like almost 20 minutes long, so that is everything that, if I had a kid, I would put in their Christmas Eve box. I wanted to share that with you guys. Like I said, you don't have to buy all this stuff. If, you know, you want to get them pajamas, you can. If you have pajamas that they really like, use those. If you have, like, a special blanket or pillow that they like, use that if you want. If they have a special animal they already like, or like an animal that you kind of put out every year for Christmas, put that in there, you know. These are touches you don't have to necessarily buy. If you already have Coco, you're good. You have popcorn, you're good. Videos you already own, you're good. So, like, you have board games, you don't have to go out and buy these things. These are things that you have, you can just put in to make that day seem more special when they wake up and see a box at the end of their bed that has all this stuff for them to do throughout the day. Like, that's just special. Like, I love that. So, I just want to share that with you. This video is very different for me. I really love Christmas, so I wanted to share that. And if you enjoyed this video or it helped you at all, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any different ideas for the box, please leave comments down below. I would love to read them. And if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!